Hi guys! In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing famous and underrated slime shops, and I really hope that you enjoy it. First up, we have Slime OG's Liquid Lychee Slime, and I wasn't expecting this to be so pretty in real life, but it looks just like the videos. And what I really liked about this slime is how holdable it is, even though it feels like a slime and not a putty. Another thing I was really impressed with is that it didn't melt in transit. I always find with clear slimes I have to reactivate them, but this is just it, straight out of the pot, and as you can see, it's perfect, it's so thick, and it's still so nice. For those of you who don't know, Slime OG was actually the person who started the butter slime trend. So when I saw her butter slime was in stock, I had to try it. And as you can see, this is really thick, but as well as being super thick, your fingers just sink into it and it's so soft, really creamy, I guess super butter-like, like a real butter. This doesn't actually smell like butter. I don't know what I was expecting the scent to be, but it has a sweet cream scent. It's really lightly scented, you can barely smell it. I kind of like that with this slime though. I really like the texture more than anything else. It kind of looks like a cream cheese slime, I guess. Roasted marshmallow smells so good, and this was a really unusual scent for me because this smells like men's aftershave, but I really wasn't expecting it with roasted marshmallow being the name. But once I warmed to it, I actually really loved it, and as you can see, the slime's super thick and glossy, but it's also really stretchy, and it has the best bubble crunches. It stays so firm, so they're super crisp. Rainbow Fish is such a holdable clear slime, and the first thing I noticed when I was poking it was that it was quite tough, and I don't know if I overactivated it and it's not meant to be a putty-like texture, but I found it a lot more fun when you're playing with the slime in the palm of your hands, kind of squishing it or stretching it instead of poking it like you do a normal clear slime. Moon Prism has a really similar texture to Rainbow Fish in that it kind of feels like a putty and it's super holdable, so it's not as fun to poke as it is to kind of play within your hands, but I much prefer this one just because the glitters are more unique, and in Rainbow Fish they were hollow. It didn't show up on camera too much, but in this it's just so pretty. The deli containers came wrapped and the 6 ounces weren't, but nothing broke apart from Moon Prism, which I actually broke when I was opening it because the slime was so thick. Next up we have the Slimer, who is an Australian Slimer, and as you can see, this slime is so thick. I love that the foam beads weren't added for crunchy effect, they were just kind of like a decorative thing on the top. Then we also have some sprinkles at the bottom and some glitter in between, so there's stuff all around it, and I just love this slime. It's also so thick and so clear. It's not scented just to keep the clarity, but as you can see, it's just so beautiful. Another really beautiful slime from her was Marshmallow Twist, and as you can see, the charms and the colours of this just go so well. It's quite a basic foam. I don't mind that at all because I just like basic slimes, but if you're looking for something really unique, this probably isn't the slime for you, but it definitely comes with the best presentation. Blueberry Pancake is super thick and glossy, and as you can see, this uses flame beads for decoration just to add a burst of colour, but it doesn't really affect the texture that much. I couldn't really feel it in there. I just love how thick and glossy this stayed for so long. Even when you were swirling up, it stayed super glossy, which I was really impressed with. My one criticism of this slime is that it doesn't smell very nice. Rainbow Sugar Cookie is so pretty, and as you can see, it has loads of colours in it. So when I was mixing up, I was kind of worried it would turn into a really gross colour, but it actually turned out looking just like a cookie, which I was really impressed with because she obviously thought this out really carefully. The one thing that bothered me slightly was how wet the cloud slime was. I don't normally mind if it's a tiny bit wet or just a tiny bit like kind of damp, but this was super wet and it didn't really fall like a cloud slime, but I think this could be easily reformulated. Milky Way Frappuccino was definitely better than the last slime. I think they're slightly different formulas because this one definitely did fall more like a cloud slime. And I think this might have a really dodgy snow in there rather than she's bad at making the cloud slimes, because it definitely has cloud slime textures. It's just how much water it gives off, I think, is the problem, because as you can see, it's very wet. But it definitely does feel a lot more like a cloud slime with this one. And I love the sizzles on both of them, so I'm kind of worried this is kind of meant to be a cloud cream or something, and I'm just giving it a really unfair review. Everything came bubble wrapped, and she included borax, akeshi, and also some extras. Next up we have some other slime, who is one of my favourite slimers, and as you can see, this slime is beautiful. It's kind of like a swirled clay slime. It's super clay-like, it's super doughy and thick, which I love, and the smell of this is heavenly. I keep going back to smell it. It kind of smells like a sugar cinnamon pretzel to me. I know the name is Cinnammuff, so it's probably meant to be a cinnamon muffin, but I've never tried one, so I can't compare it to that, but this is gorgeous, so thick and so spreadable. Tink About is the prettiest fishbowl slime I've ever seen. As you can see, it just glistens, and my favourite thing about this is the glitter sink to the bottom, so when you fold it over, it just looks so pretty and so shimmery, and this doesn't hurt your hands at all because it has so much slime in there, but it's still super crunchy, and I just can't rave about this slime enough. It's beautiful, and it's also such a fun texture to play with. I recently watched Wreck-It Ralph and absolutely loved it, so when I saw this Vanellope slime in there, I was so excited. It's a gorgeous clay slime with some little Disney things on the bottom, and then it has pink Java chips, which I've never seen before, I don't think. They're just so beautiful, they add really nice texture to the slime, and I love how fluffy this gets. It inflates so much, and I think it's just because it has so many extras in there, but this is such a gorgeous slime, and I think it has a rainbow sherbet scent. The plastics is inspired by Mean Girls, and this is one of my favourite slimes. I've recreated a slime like this really recently. This is the new slime trend. It's kind of like a soft clay butter, and it's just so spreadable but so thick. And as you can see, this is so vibrant in colour. I absolutely love playing with this. It was so fluffy as well when you play with it after a while, and I just found that this inflated so much. I definitely needed another container to put it in, so if you do buy this slime, just have a container ready, and this smells amazing. Again, I think it has a rainbow sherbet scent. Her extras are the absolute best, so she actually has her own stickers, so that's her playing with slime on one of them, and then it's her logo on the other. Then she sent some clay, some sprinkles, and foam beads, and everything came really well packaged and nothing broke. This slime from Tweet Slime really shocked me, because at first it looks like a clay slime, and then when you take it out of the container, you realise how glossy it is, and this is so soft. It definitely is a clay, and then when it's inflated, it goes really matte and fluffy, and this inflates so much. Has a gorgeous watermelon scent, and I just can't rave about this slime enough, and I think the charm that comes with this is so cute. Summer Lovin is the prettiest slime. As you can see, it kind of comes in a gradient, so it has pink at the bottom, orange in the middle, and then yellow at the top. And I always find slimes like this so hard to take out the container without mixing it, but I gave it my best shot, and it kind of came out like a cloud cream dough, I would say. It's really nice. It wasn't wet at all. It was super soft, and I love the charm that comes with this. I love when slime accounts make slimes based off their name, and this is the official Tweet slime, and as you can see, it's kind of like a birdie slime, I would say, and this is a really thick dough cloud slime. It doesn't drizzle very smoothly, but I do really enjoy playing with it. It's super dry. But as you can see, it just doesn't drizzle like a normal cloud slime. It doesn't have a bad drizzle, but it just isn't super drizzly. Little Mermaid really blew me away. When I first touched it, I was expecting it to be sticky, but it wasn't at all. It was super thick and super glossy. And the more I played with it, I was really surprised that it wasn't going cloudy and the pigment was still showing through really clearly. And this happened for basically the whole time I was playing with it, and I thought this slime was awesome. The next slime is what I would describe as a perfect beginner slime. This is so thick and doughy, it's so creamy and spreads really well, but it also won't fall over you or shift shape from the shape you're keeping it in, so it's just a great beginner slime. I love the colour of this as well, and I think for an 8 ounce this is actually a really reasonable price. Everything came super well packaged, and this was put to the test because the box is actually super broken, and as you can see, all the slimes were fine. She was so generous with her extras. She included Daisos, some glues, and then she included the standard borax and care sheet. Chuggy Slime sent me 2 slimes, and the first one was Poppin Strawberry, and this has that fake snow that's kind of plastic in it, and I love this slime. It inflated so much, it was really fun to play with. It isn't one that I usually get sent, so it was just really new and fun for me, and I love doing bubble swirls with this, and it had a really gorgeous tangy strawberry scent. The next slime from her was also amazing. This is called Animal Cookies, inspired by the food, I think, and this is a clay slime, but it's still so glossy. It kind of has like a bubblegum texture, I would say, and then the foam beads just add something to it. She wrapped everything really cutely. It kind of was like a Christmas cracker, I would say, and then she included these extras, some borax and a care sheet as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next week.